Hello, hello. It is me, Jeff53, or Jack, I don't know what you want to call me. And today we'll be unboxing the Geargia Rampage structure deck. As you can see, the box is already open, so unlike the last video, I won't have to faff around trying to cut this open. Prior one, and this is my second time trying to do this unboxing, because the last time I did, my camera died. Or more precisely, my phone ran out of storage. Now let's just, in the words of Philip DeFranco, jump right into it. Move the box out the way. So here we have the playmat. We have the how to use the deck, more or less, how to play this deck. And here we have the cards. Now the reason the cards aren't sealed is, again, because I've done this before. But, because phone storage is a bitch, I'm doing it again. Here we have the Geargia XG, hate that name. The sorry, he's a rank 3 Xyz machine monster, earth type. You can detach an Xyz material during the battle phase to negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, and they cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So actually, he's okay. And when he leaves the field, you can target a Geargia monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So you're getting some of your materials back, perhaps. Then we've got Geargia, a rank 4 machine monster. When it's normal summon, you can add one level 4 Earth Machine type monster from your deck to your hand, except Geargia. Also, you cannot declare attacks nor special summon monsters except for machine type monsters for the rest of this turn. This card is alright. It could be used in other decks than Gear Gears, like you could use it in Ancient Gear to get out Ancient Gear Soldier, something like that. Geargia Mark III, when it's special summoned by the effect of a Geargia card, you can special summon one Geargia monster from your hand or graveyard, except for this. He is, of course, a rank 3 Earth Machine. Geargia Attacker, rank 4 Earth Machine, change it to a face down position, and when it's flip face up, you can destroy any number of spell trap cards on the field, up to the number of other Geargia monsters you control. Okay, and then we've got Geargiano, which is is a rank 3 Earth monster, and you contribute this card to target one level 4 machine type monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. Okay, and of course another one, Geargiano Mark II. When this card is normal flip summon, you can special summon one Geargia monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. Yeah, of course he's a rank 3 Earth monster. Yeah, his effect's fine. Geargia Accelerator. If you control a Geargia monster, you can special summon it from your hand in defense position. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one Geargia monster in your graveyard, except for him, add it to your hand. Yeah, like, you're more than likely going to be using him to turbo out an Xyz monster, perhaps. Not a bad card, not in the slightest. Geargia Arsenal's card gains 200 attack for each Geargia monster you control. You contribute this card special summon one Geargia monster from your deck in defense position, except for Geargia Arsenal. Not the greatest. Like, you can get him into the graveyard quite easily by attributing him to summon something from your deck, which you might need, like, Geargia Attacker. Geargiama, once per turn, you can change this card to face down position. When it's face up, you can just search your deck. Another rank 4 Earth Machine monster. He's fine. And the gadget cards. Now, these aren't technically Geargia cards, but because of their aesthetic, I guess they've thrown them in. They're just more Earth rank 4 machine monsters. And when green gadget is normal special summon, you can add one red gadget to your deck or hand. They give us 2 of these. There's a reason for that. Red gadget has the same effect as green gadget, but when he is summoned, you add yellow gadget, and of course another 2, Again, there is a reason for them giving us 2. They want to give us 2 because they can, because it's Konami. They want us to spend money. And Yellow Gadget is the same effect as those 2, but he gets Green Gadget into the hand. And now we're on to Ancient Geargia Chimera. Now this card in an Ancient Gear deck isn't really that great because it's rare you'll be using the gadget cards in an Ancient Gear deck. It doesn't really fit too well. But in a gadget deck, I suppose it's okay. I mean, most of the time you're going to want to special summon it because normal summoning is dead slow. But its effects are, when you tribute it with Green Gadget, this card gains 300 attack. When you tribute it with a Red Gadget, it does 500 burn damage when it inflicts damage, battle damage. And when it's tributed with a Yellow Gadget, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflicts 700 damage. Yellow and Green are probably the 2 best effects there, even if Green is quite a small boost. Ancient Gear Geargia Dragon, the retrain of Geargia Chimera, and definitely a better card. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step, and it has the tribute mechanic where it, gains effect. With Green Gadget, it becomes a piercing monster, so it can deal damage to defense monsters. Red Gadget does 400 damage for it gives 400 burn damage. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my own words. It does 400 burn damage when you inflict battle damage. So you get a nice little bonus. And Yellow Gadget destroys an opponent's monster by battle, and you do an extra 600 burn damage. Problem is, to tribute that, since that's a 8-star, you're only going to get 2 of the effects, which is a bit of a shame. But hey, all 3 would be nice. Jumbo Drill. When this card is normal summon, you can increase the levels of all machine-type monsters you currently control by 1. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent, and if this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the damage step. Not bad. Good for Xyz plays, I suppose. Minefield Driller. When this face-up card you control leaves the field and is still in your possession, you can target 1 field spell card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. This is a really nice way of getting Gear Town back into your hand if it's destroyed by an effect or something. Of course, he's another Earth Machine rank 4. Not like we haven't seen a load of them before. Card Trooper. A rank 3 Earth Machine, really good at milling the deck. Once per turn you can choose a number from 1 to 3, then send that many cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. This card gains 500 attack for each card sent to the graveyard this way until the end of this turn, and if this card is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, draw 1 card. He's good for milling. He's not really a great beater, unless your opponent has no monsters and it's like you're about to win anyway. Yeah, fine. It's alright, but it's outclassed by most other beaters. Swift Scarecrow. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can discard this card, negate the attack, and then end the battle phase. That's pretty useful, just as like a last resort, I suppose. Oil Man, with new artwork, I would like to point out. That face is not on the original Oil Man. Once per turn, you can either target 1 machine-type monster you control, equip this to that target, or unequip this and special summon it in attack position. While equipped by its effect, if the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, draw a card. It's fine, and when your monster would be destroyed, you can discard that instead. Heavy Mech Support Platform. It's a machine union monster, dark. It's the only dark monster in the entire deck. And it basically equip it and you do 500 attack and defense. And then we have a beast type Earth rank 4 giant rat, or El Rata Gigante for you Spanish fans out there. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Earth monster with 1,500 or less attack from your deck in attack position. Good for searching, I suppose. Another giant rat, of course. Now, Gear Town. This is the field spell you're going to want to be playing. Both players can normal summon ancient gear monsters for one less tribute. So basically, you can turbo out Geargia and Chimera, so you won't have to tribute any of the gadgets. And you can and when it's destroyed, you can special summon an ancient gear from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay. That second effect won't really be used too much in this deck, but whatever. Limiter removal, good for an OTK. Double the attack of all machine type monsters you controlled at both the activation and resolution of this card until the end of this turn. During the end phase, to destroy those monsters. It's alright. Machine assembly line, all machine type monsters in the field gain 200 attack. Place 2 junk. Ooh, junk counters. Ooh. Fisher. Destroy the one face-up monster your opponent controls that has the lowest attack, your choice if tied. Pretty alright. Can't complain about that one. Smash and ground. Destroy the face-up monster your opponent controls that has the highest defense. That's the same as Fisher. Double summon, you can summon twice. Creature swap. You swap a monster with your opponent, but they choose the monster that they swap with you. It's weird. Terraforming, great searcher for field spells. Gear, hate this name. Especially 2 Geargia monsters from your deck and increase the levels by 1. Just a good way to turbo out NXEs. Stronghold and Moving Fortress. Special this can defense position as an effect monster. While you control a green gadget, red gadget, and yellow gadget, this card gains 3,000 attack points. Metal Morph. Well, Metal Morph's a very old card, but target one face-up monster on the field, equip this card to that target, it gains 300 attack and defense. If it attacks, it gains attack equal to half the attack of the attack target during damage calculation only. Really good card, that is. Rare Metal Morph. Activate this card by targeting one machine type monster on the field, it gains 500 attack. Negate once, negate a spell effect that targets that monster. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. Not too sure. Oh! Well, okay. We'll just look at this one first. Gear Gigant Axe. A rank 4 Earth Machine monster. It requires 2 level 4 machine type monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this and add a level 4 or lower machine type monster from your deck. All graveyard to your hand, and when it leaves field, you can target 1 level 3 or lower Geargia monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Pretty great. And then we have Rollout, which is for Union monsters, and you can just take them out of the graveyard. Okay, not too bad. Let's just have a little look at this game map, because this game map's looking pretty chunky. Just give me a second. Fold this out. As you can see, here is the deck list. There we go. I will say this game doesn't really show where each of the monsters should be going, and it seems a lot bigger than the Path of Light one as well. But it does have a ton of Geargia monsters, so that's alright. But yeah, that's kind of about it for this video. This is a bit longer than the Path of Light video, Wave of Light video. I didn't expect that. But if you enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a like. And remember to watch my other videos. Peace.